September 9th, 2020. Think week 15 into the end of the world apocalypse. I'm your boy, Swami motherfucking Swab. I'm here with
David, the producer.
How you doing? Welcome to the Uncomfortable Moment of Silence. Tonight, we've got some subjects we're going to talk about. It's been about 3 weeks that we've been off, just doing our own things. Me and David need breaks from each other every once in a while. How you doing, David?
Man, I need breaks from lots of stuff. Jesus, man. I mean, life is just so crazy right now, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, as you know, I've recently quit the Robo-Dick. I no longer vape. It's been now 3 weeks. I have not touched the vape pen at all. So I am no longer sucking on that sweet, sweet douche flute. No more metal cock in the mouth.
So how do you get your oral fixation? Are you like hanging out at glory holes? What are you doing?
I'm just hanging out with you, David. You send me all the dick pics I need, man.
Hold on, more coming.
Oh, sweet. I've never seen a man with so many freckles on his cock. It's a really weird thing.
You would think it would be really weird where I found those pictures, but it's not.
That's how I never this not subject of tonight, but we'll discuss the subjects. But really weird thing to all the fellers out there that send dick pics on the internet. Why would you send your own picture of your own penis? You have the internet with a plethora of cocks from other people that have put them up. If I ever were to send a dick pic, it would not be my dick. That way I can deny. You have the internet. Just send them a random dick pic, right?
You know,
go big, man.
Always go big, go wide. You know, this no sense. You know, I got caught the last time though because it wasn't white, the one I sent. So they kind of figured it out quick.
Yeah. Or I would send animal dick pics.
Hey, is that a fox?
No, I'm just Italian, very hairy. So tonight we've got 3 subjects we're going to discuss. First one's going to be about the new fall look for Gucci, because Gucci's become very, very popular. And it's always been popular, but it's actually become extremely popular in the hip hop community now, and in the urban community. People love the Gucci now. It's no longer this it's still high fashion and expensive, but there's something really funny going on with Gucci right now. And I'll discuss it, which is not that bad, because if you think about it, in the fashion industry, it's always kind of weird when they do Fashion Week, but this one was really weird, and we'll explain why in a minute. And then the second subject we're going to discuss tonight are the new Academy rules, which were announced today, which are really, really funny. We'll get into that. And the third subject of the night that we'll be discussing is different areas of what's going on with COVID, with the spikes right now all over the place. Some places it's down, some places it's up. And we're discussing color-coded systems, Oh, there we go. So we're getting right into it. David, if for those of you who are listening and not watching on YouTube, is showing a picture right now of a male model in the 2020 Gucci lineup, and what seems to look like a homeless pedophile's doll dress. I don't know.
Dude, when you told me about this, I said, okay, Gucci, it's going to be high-end fashion. It's probably going to be stuff that I don't necessarily dig, because they always try to set new trends and be a little bit out there and stuff that, you know, I'm not necessarily going to wear every day. I'd look at it and go, yeah, maybe for a 20-something-year-old guy, he'd kind of dig, but holy mother of God, what the fuck is this?
It looks like, okay, what I say, it looks like a transgender version of, if you guys ever saw Zoolander, the Derelict collection, where they dress people up like homeless people, but instead of just being homeless trash kind of clothing, he's putting men in skirts. He's doing their hair like girls. He's and this is something that people understand. When people are listening to this, they're going to be like, "Oh, transphobic." No. They're calling this the men's line collection. I have a lot of gay friends, and they all told me they would never fucking wear shit like this. This is not gay or straight. This is literally not men's clothing. And I get it. There's a lot of people out there like, well, we gotta blur the lines. All the people that believe, that there's about 7,000 different genders or whatever the fuck you guys want to call it there.
If they call it
spectrum.
a men's line, if they call it a pan line or something other than a men's line.
Why don't they just call it the transgender line? Why?
Yeah, which would be fine. At least you know what it is.
This is again. People have been saying for years weird shit that I don't agree with this, and I'm sure David doesn't agree with it either. Where they're saying that society is trying to turn people gay. Again, I don't think society is trying to turn people gay. I don't.
You're either gay or you're not.
Yeah, but I do see this kind of as a insult to masculinity to a full extent of like almost like literally like go fuck yourself masculinity kind of thing like that. And I'm not an uber masculinist, and neither is Dave. We're just normal dudes, fuck. But I look at this and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? No, it's not gonna no. And just to be sure, I talked to a couple of my friends who happen to be homosexual, and I asked them, I said, what do you guys think of this? And they were laughing their fucking ass off. They're like, I'm a dude. I'm not wearing this. I'm not a girl. And
first of all, every single picture that I've gone through so far, I've gone through 8 out of the 59.
Yeah, only one has a pair of pants.
well, there's that. And every single one of them has a purse.
Yeah.
Look at every one of them has a purse.
Yeah, everyone has a handbag. That one's the best. Though.
I know. You know what? This one is actually my favorite. It looks like Kim on.
It looks like hello Kitty on heroin. I don't know what to fucking say. It's just like
that looks like the guy in Big Trouble in Little China, shaved head.
The designer came out stating though that it was meant to be a fuck you. I don't know why I'm censoring myself, but a fuck you to masculinity. And it was like, well, don't call it the male collection, call it the transgender collection. If you're really trying,
you know what, and good on him, because you know what, no one's gonna fucking buy your clothes then. Yeah. If you're saying that, you're flipping off, men's
all those gangster rappers that have been buying your sneakers for the past 3 years, you could kiss that goodbye. And wearing your the Gucci bags that they all buy those Gucci backpacks and shit like that. They cost those things, by the way, cost somewhere between $700 to $1,000. Those knapsacks, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure, no doubt.
And those sneakers are like $600 to $1,000 too, and they look like basic Adidas that cost like $80, but they say Gucci on them, and they have the green. I think it's green, gold, and red is the color for Gucci or something like that.
All right, then. If you're basing it on price, then I bought a pair of gym shoes over the weekend that might make me gay.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just stating that they're telling off a segment of the population that's buying their clothing.
Right.
Again, this gets on my last fucking nerve. I don't want a gender war. I'm not for a gender war, but it seems to be hoisted upon us.
It's not the point.
Yeah, but it seems to be hoisted upon us by a very small select few people that really have this disdain for the only thing I can think of, this disdain for the straight male population. And it's like, what are we doing to you? Honestly, nothing. Stop it. Like, get the fuck off our backs, man. We want to drink a beer. We want to wear fucking khakis. We want to wear jeans. We want to wear a fucking cap. I get it. It's somehow this offends your sensibility because we don't want to wear skirts, or I don't. It's stating like, if I am not attracted to this style, I'm somehow evil, which I don't understand. You wear what you want, but don't try to force an entire generation of young boys to dress like, I don't even know what you call it, man. I'm lost for fucking words in what they're trying to do for the look. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is never going to take off. Dude, man buns took off. All right. Remember.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? And I thought when I first started seeing man buns, I'm like, No, there's no fucking way that's gonna
Yeah.
take off. I'm
They're,
like,
they are totally, and again, I know we're not allowed to fucking say this anymore. They're sissifying an entire generation of fucking men. And I'm not just talking about straight men. They're sissifying gay men. They're sissifying straight men. Gay men are still men at the end of the day, all right?
Yes.
I have a lot of gay friends, and they're just as masculine as I am. The only difference is they like a dick at night when I like a pussy. That's the only fucking difference.
the only difference.
Yeah, only difference. Same.
Well, and
people.
they're actually their houses usually look better than mine too.
Yeah, cleaner, nicer. They cook much better. Those are good statistics, by the way. They do. Most of the gay men I know cook really good. When I get invited to a gay dude's fucking house party, I'm always excited for the fucking food. They make fucking great food.
Juliet and I have a couple of, we have they're actually in Michigan when we were back there in Chicago, and they're really good friends of ours. And they said, you know what, we're gay, but we know that we need you guys, like you know, heterosexuals, because who else is going to fucking procreate in this world?
Breeders, that's what they call us. They call us breeders. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of couples like me and my wife that refuse to breed.
Right.
And it's to help society out. Do you really need more of me? Come on.
No, exactly. One's enough.
One's enough. No. So yeah, so I saw this, and it didn't, like, I wasn't mad. I was just like,
I'm curious. Yeah, like what the hell are they thinking?
What was this about? Like, did some dude that dressed normally beat him up as a child, and he was like, look at what the fuck? This is a dude. This is a guy.
I know.
I don't know what the fuck. Seriously, and you call it the men's collection. This is, anyways.
They were obviously making a bold statement.
Don't think that if you're gonna wear this, I'm not gonna fucking laugh at you. If you're a straight male and not going through gender dysphoria, and you're just wearing this because you think it looks good, I'm fucking laughing at you. I'm sorry.
Well, first of all, you cannot wear this outfit ironically.
Yeah. I'm fucking, you know how expensive that shit's gonna be too? Someone's gonna buy that.
Oh, hell yeah.
You
don't throw this on like a Nickelback t-shirt.
But it looks like thrift store garbage at the same time. That's
it does. Yeah. It looks like 1960s, throwaway shit.
Yeah. So for all the hipsters out there, you don't even, if you are into this style, you don't, for all the man bunners out there that are going to probably dress like this, you don't need to go spend the Gucci money. Go back. Go back to the one in green. The one in green is actually not that bad. That reminds me of Paul Revere. That reminds me of the Beastie Boy albums, Paul's Boutique.
Oh yeah. I would totally wear this.
Get funky now.
I would wear this on St. Patrick's Day.
That I would probably wear, and I would wear that ironically.
But this, not so much.
Look at the shoes too. They got the kicky in the ball, the kicky in the ball shoes going on.
Those are called. Well, that's offensive too. But we used to call them Puerto Rican fence climbers.
Oh, fucking crazy shit. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much what I got. Nothing more really to say about this other than the fact that it just seems to be a forced attack on their end. We're probably not going to give a fuck about it and forget about it tomorrow, but this literally is a total, like, it's Cartman meets Raggedy Ann. What the fuck is that look? Jesus Christ.
Well, you have to go out. If you look at Vogue, by the way, it's Vogue.com.
Yeah.
And where you can see all the pictures that we're seeing, or just go out to the YouTube video that we're showing right now.
Yeah.
But oh my God, these are pretty classic.
Yeah, these are some. Oh my God. John is ready for his job interview. He really wants to be a member of that secretary pool.
It looks like Little Orphan Annie meets Pat Benatar.
Nothing wrong with male reception, by the way, but I'm just saying that's taking it to a whole new level.
You know what? Stop apologizing. This is just fucking stupid.
Oh my God. There's Harry Potter meets the Joker.
Everybody's in short shorts. You know, it's like Angus Young was the guy
I
that
said
came
it's
up
got a
with
very
this.
pedophilic. I said it to my wife. It's got a very pedophilic feel to it. It really looks pedophilic. It looks like,
Except for this one, because no one's touching this kid.
poor guy. Can't even. Maybe a priest,
Can't even get touched.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hello. What the fuck? Okay, the hat.
And the kitten.
The
right?
hat.
The kitten throws it in.
That outfit fucking together, like seriously.
Oh my God. That
we
is
got,
just
we got
wrong.
Dustin, by the way, in the audience. How you doing, Dustin?
Oh, very cool.
Dustin saying he's been posting this all week. I think a lot of people have. That's why I wanted to bring it up tonight. I just thought it was well, if that's, again, they said this is the actual lineup. This isn't some sort of artsy fartsy thing. And I know in Fashion Week it happens quite a bit where they throw out these lines that are more about art than they are about the actual lineup. But this one is actually going to be the lineup for 2020 fall.
Well, there's a total of 59 outfits that they created for this fall lineup for Gucci. So they spent a tremendous amount of time and money to create this line. And they didn't do it for a goof.
Well, all I know is that there's going to be it's going to be kind of hard to longboard in your skirt. So to all the hipsters that are going to buy this shit. But I think they lost the street cred, though. I don't think any gangsters or any hip hop artists will be sporting Gucci
for
a while. Yeah,
nope.
They don't want to lose any of their street cred. Maybe Kanye, because he's crazy, but otherwise them won't be doing.
Every one of those outfits are going to come with a free pack of American Spirit cigarettes.
Fucking crazy. So moving on, subject number 2 this evening, we're going to be discussing the new rules for the Academy Awards. It's fun. I gotta say, it's me and David have to bring these up because these again are things that are directed towards one segment of the population, and that seems to be white males. I don't know why. Well, the last one was directed at men in general, so black, white, yellow, everybody. But this one seems to really be just one rule, meaning white men are evil again, even though, I would have to say, I think 95% of us are great people. Yeah. But,
well, you know what? With every group, you're going to have a bunch of assholes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It just happens.
Yeah. So this rule came out today. Well, I think they've been coming out with it for a while. And this is why I think it makes no sense. All right. So this rule here for the Oscars, one of the things I understand, if they're trying to get more diversity behind the camera and on screen, and when I mean diversity, actual people of color in front of the camera and behind the camera, not white females. All right. We're talking about people of color to get them behind. And I understand that's a good thing. But the problem is they're not going after the people that they should be going after, which should be the actual Academy themselves. Because I think the problem with the Academy is it's an old guard that's there. And that's the same thing when we're talking about the police, when they say defund the police. Instead of defunding the police, it should be getting rid of the people at the top.
It's reform the police.
Yeah, get rid of the people at the top. You're not getting rid of the people in the middle. When you get rid of the people in the middle, it does nothing. All right. Okay. So again, they're saying because not enough people of color win Academy Awards and shit like that. And I understand it's true. There hasn't been very many, but they're doing it wrong again. The rule change now is that you have to have a certain amount of minorities. And when they say minorities, they're not actually talking about minorities. Again, and I've said this a million times, and I know people people seem to like my Karen rants, so I'm going to keep them going.
Okay.
White women are included in the minorities. I'm sorry, I've been watching movies for years. When were white women not allowed in film? don't they make up like 60%
Wait a
of
minute.
the actors that are out there?
When was the last time we started letting them vote?
Yeah, like again, why are white women always included in the suffering movement? If I was a minority, I'd get pissed, man. I'd be like, fuck these cracker bitches. Why are they in my fucking movement? Get the fuck out. Get your own movement. You're not a minority. You are with us white evil men sitting. I always say this. You're on the same love seat as us.
They're part of They're not a minority.
Yeah,
They're the majority.
Part of the problem. They're part of the problem. Stop
They're the majority.
putting yourself in there like you're a minority that needs help. All right, you run shit with us. Okay. The only problem, you're just mad that you're not in charge. That's the difference between white women and white men. White women want to be in charge, and they're not in charge.
Oh, that has changed dramatically here in the U.S. You know how many U.S.-based companies that are public that have women CEOs?
Yeah. Well, it's they're even saying in colleges. I think last year they were saying in Canada it's like a 30 to 70 split, where it's more females going to higher learning than men, because school has now become very, very put forward to an ethos of teaching young women, putting the young women in the front of the class, making sure that the classes are molded for women and pushing them forward in society and the rest of that shit. Let's forget about the men. They've had their time. It's time to fucking forget about it. And again, why I bring these up, I don't want to, this is not a victim card or anything like that. I don't feel like a victim. I just think it's so blatant and pushed in my face that I have to respond to it and just laugh when I see it. And with the new rules for the Oscars, I understand the reasons why they put them out there.
Well,
I just think let's
look at this. It used to be where movies will be based off of their merit.
Yeah. I was going to get into that, but I'll let you talk first. Go ahead. Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think that a quota system is going to make this any better. Mm-hmm. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I look at a perfect example is the movie by, I don't remember the director's name, but he used to, Keenan Peele, and he did that movie Us, right?
Oh, and Get Out. Yeah.
And Get Out. And by the way, Get Out was, nominated and did a whole bunch of stuff. I think that movie was fucking phenomenal. And you know what? Based on its merit, it should have been where it was.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of really, really good. And when I say this, I mean this, really amazing. I think that one of the top shows right now is an African-American show on HBO that I love.
Which is
Lovecraft County.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's so fucking good. It is an amazing show. It's primarily African-American. I think it's like a 95% African-American cast. The director, the writers, everything African-American. Amazing. Original programming, by the way. Original programming. Not some bullshit where they took, a cast of white people and then transplanted and turned it into a black cast. Like original programming, which is fucking awesome. And that's what they need more of, more original programming. Stop turning black characters white. I don't even care about that. That's one thing that doesn't bother me. I usually get really annoyed when people get pissed when, let's say, there's a white character and they turn it black, or a black character when they turn it white. To me, it's acting. Everyone should be able to play anyone. But it goes both ways. That's the difference. I don't want to hear complaints from the other side.
Here's the big thing. It's the cultural appropriation problem.
Yeah.
Which, I think that if you're going to do a great job at a role, I don't care what your background is. Just give me the best of the role.
I was actually excited when I heard Idris Elba was going to be playing James Bond. I thought he'd play a really good James Bond. He's a good-looking man. He's British.
Hell yes.
Yep. And he's tough. He's got muscles, and he's gonna go out there, kick some ass, and when chicks love him. My wife is a mega crush on him, and I thought, fuck, that'd be awesome.
And Daniel Craig has a shelf life, right? He's done after this one.
I don't know. I'm straight, so I'm coming at it from a straight point of view. But I think Daniel Craig's debatable. I think Daniel Craig is a pretty ugly motherfucker. No offense.
Really?
He's in good shape, but his face, come on, that guy's fucking ugly.
It's a little bent, but you know what?
Yeah.
That rugged look, you've never
Maybe.
seen a rugged looking James Bond, and I think that
Well,
actually worked for him.
I do see that Daniel Craig has kind of that Steve McQueen characteristic, but Steve McQueen
Yeah.
was a good-looking man, where
Mhm.
Daniel Craig, I think, is an ugly man. But, but that's my
Pretty soon, I'm
opinion.
going to be buying you a Gucci line.
Yeah, fit me for one of them little red Hello Kitty dresses.
I
Don't
got
worry
a
about that.
I got a kitten sweater right up your alley.
Yeah, but okay. So back to the diversity.
Mhm.
Thing. All right.
The rules.
So yeah. So it is essentially, an egalitarian rights kind of rule that they did, like when you have to hire a certain amount of minorities in a company and shit like that, which is understandable because there's a lot of companies out there that just won't hire minorities for some fucking reason. So
Do you know what?
kind of,
I have
I don't
no
want to
issue with the
yeah,
diversity in companies because you know what? I look at the company that I work for and I just take a look around and I go, yeah, you know what? This company could do a hell of a lot better there.
Yeah. Like when I worked in architecture, it used to and we had 2 black architects in a company that had 500 people. And I think we had a couple of Asians, but there wasn't very much diversity. And you could tell like it was a lot of the good old boys kind of crowd and shit like that. But when I say good old boys, white women and white men, not just white men. There was a lot of white women there too. All right. So, no, you guys were not a minority again. So just want to make sure. Everywhere I've ever gone, by the way, I got to say this, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's cool. I've had a lot of great bosses, but I'd have to say 95% of my bosses were always female. So,
wow.
yeah, this is what
I've only had a couple of female bosses, but they were, I would say, well, I had 2 bosses that were women, and one of them was freaking awesome. The other one was a nightmare. But she was just, she was just not a nice person.
Well, I was actually my boss's assistant, and Nick. I don't want to say her name, put her on blast, but she was my favorite boss I've ever had. We used to smoke weed in her office all the time. I used to tell my wife, like, "Fuck, I got away with murder at work." She loved me because I was essentially her slave. Like, I was her assistant. It was when I was first getting into the architect game. And I never ended up becoming an architect, by the way. I got out of it and went to real estate because it's just too much fucking work. But and I just wanted to have the title architect. I was very young, but I never ended up.
Mike Brady.
Yeah. So I was her assistant, but I did nothing at work. I remember just she'd occasionally get me to do some translating, and then we just smoke weed all day. Fuck, it was one of my best jobs I ever had.
She kept you around like a pet.
Yeah, she just wanted someone to smoke with.
Right.
She's like, let's smoke with. Like, yeah, all right, let's smoke. And that was cool. She was awesome. But getting back to this, my main issue with it, I don't like the fact because it's not really that I don't like the fact of saying that there should be diversity in it. It's more along the fact that every time a movie wins, once this rule kicks in, there's going to be a segment of society that's always going to think it's because of race. So there's going to be an asterisk next to every win.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it
doesn't do any favors for.
I don't think it does
for the minority community. I think in a way.
No.
And the other thing that pissed me off about it again was that they added white women in that shit. Just every time white women are added into a minority category, it just chaps my ass. I'm getting so annoyed with that shit. Like, stop it. All right. You're not a minority. You have all the same rights and you are in the same power seat as the white male. All right.
Well, and let's talk about equality. Equality should just be accepted as that we are all equal. And then why even have to have these quota systems?
Well, I understand why, because it is very apparent, unless they're forced to, they very rarely give a nod to a black actor or a black director or, a black cast member or black writers, which is true. You just need to look at the awards. I don't watch them personally, honestly, but I do watch the next day to see who won and shit like that. But I don't think anyone in their right mind sits through the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever. Like, how do you sit
Tonys,
through?
yeah, I didn't know.
How do you sit through
No.
any of that shit? Like, they're 3 hours. It's all about ego and massaging and masturbating each other for doing absolutely nothing for society other than making a fucking Spider-Man movie. Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
Right.
You know, seriously, we get it. You already are rich and you live a life of abundance. Now we got to watch you talk about how important you are and talk about politics.
Oh, it's nothing but a big stroke off.
Yeah, fucking
for the industry.
Bunch of egotistical fuck nuts that I don't really care to watch. So I don't watch it, but at the same time, I'm just stating from my point of view, watching with the rules today, I just think it's silly. If you want to solve this problem, like I said before earlier, like with the police issue, it shouldn't be the police that are getting fired. It should be the top brass that are getting removed and replaced with a new crop of younger people that bring in new ideas. So to me, the best thing for the academy would be to remove all the old farts that are in charge of the academy, all the chair people, get rid of them and replace them with a diverse new fucking group that's going to look at diverse movies with a diverse cast and give it more of a look instead of being, you know, only George Clooney can win Oscars and only Meryl Streep can win Oscars, you know, and Tom Hanks and everybody else fuck off, you know what I mean? So if you want,
but you know what though, at the end of the day, you know, no matter what, you know, the diversity level is of the movies or anything else, that they know that the Academy knows that, you know, the movie industry needs those big movie stars to still win shit, to keep people to keep going to the movies. So that the industry still, that engine still rolls.
But there are a lot of really good actors out there, and
I'm not saying that they're not,
but
there's great actors that are, you know, all different kinds of backgrounds. Yeah. It's not the point.
Like, I gotta say, last year I didn't think that Joaquin Phoenix should have won for the Joker. I think, didn't he win or something? Did he win, or was just the Joker itself that won? I saw the movie.
I don't remember if he he specifically won. He did. I know he did. Yeah.
Yeah. I personally thought.
I think he's a pompous asshole.
No, I just think that was the worst portrayal of the Joker ever. And I'm a big comic book fan lover, but people he played him like he was autistic. Fuck. I'm like, the Joker's supposed to be a maniacal maniac genius that fucking thwarts Batman, not some fucking mongoloid mice of men fucker that's like, I pet the bunnies and the bunnies go, you know, like fucking.
See, I looked at that movie a little differently. I thought that Joaquin did an awesome job. And I think that Todd Phillips, the guy that directed it, made some really bold choices in doing it the way that he did. Now, especially after, you know, we all know the Joker from the Dark Knight. Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger did a spectacular job.
He killed it. And just to even take on that role after that is a really difficult thing. I think he did a great job.
You say that, everyone laughs at Jared Leto doing it in Suicide Squad.
Oh, that's stupid. He sucked.
I don't know what but he's going to be one of the guys that's going to purchase that Gucci wear for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Jared Leto. That's totally Jared Leto style. But he's going to be playing Morbius soon on that movie. Actually looks pretty good, but we'll see what he does. But
I don't even know what Morbius is.
We always just go off rails into different areas. We're talking about one subject, but yeah, saying okay. So personally, yeah, Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson to me were the epitomes of Joker-dom. They did Joker the best. All right.
There's Keith Ledger right there.
Yeah.
Just say
Heath Ledger.
Heath. It might as well be Keith. He's dead. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Puh, Keith, you prick, you drug addict. The respect we show the dead here on the Uncomfortable Moment of Silence. No, but yeah, Heath did a really good job playing the Joker. I have to admit,
it was awesome.
The movie itself, though, The Dark Knight, I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I gotta say, I've never really loved the Batman movies. My favorite Batman, people are gonna kill me for saying this, but my favorite Batman, even though it was a horrible, horrible movie, I never saw a better fight scene in a Batman movie that looked more grimy and tough and rough than Batman versus Superman, Ben Affleck, when he's in the fucking warehouse and he's beating the living shit out of all the fucking Lex Luthor thugs.
I can see that. I can see
that fight scene was, I wish we could show a video of it, but that fight scene was so well choreographed. And a lot of people didn't like it because they said, oh, it was too dark, too dark. Batman needs to be more campy, because there's like two camps for Batman.
No, you can't have him too campy.
There's the comic book people that love the dark, all right?
Yes.
And then you have the I guess the boomers.
The TV. The TV.
Batman the Adam West, the like, they want that Batman. And then the other camp wants a dark Batman. So you're never able to make people happy.
I think that more people want the dark Batman than want anything else, though.
Yeah,
I think that's been shown.
They complained so much with the dark Batman, the way that Ben Affleck played him, because they went a little too far, because Batman isn't actually supposed to kill people. And that's even in the comic books, doesn't kill anybody. And then Ben Affleck was shooting people right and left with the guns and stuff like that. But I still thought that was the most realistic Batman ever. I thought that looks like a dude that could beat the fuck out of people, because he put on like 50 pounds for that movie, and he was just like, he looked like a linebacker and shit like that. And I was like, that's the first time Batman looked like Batman from the comic books. He wasn't this skinny, Christian Bale. When Christian Bale played him,
Christian Bale. You know what? I thought that he made a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but not a good Batman.
Right.
The only good thing about,
because that stupid voice he used.
Yeah, that was the only fun part, was all the fucking fun impersonating Christian Bale doing Batman.
Yeah.
Fucking, what's his name? He did College Humor. He had a show. He's a comedian. He used to do Batman on YouTube, and it was the funniest shit. If you go into College Humor, it's a channel on YouTube. I think now it's Funny or Die that own it.
It is.
But yeah. And he did like I'm Batman. And he just do that for like the funniest shit ever. All right. So we're 37 minutes in. We're going to go for 40. We'll go to 50 minutes tonight.
Okay.
One last subject. And I don't want to rush it. We'll give it a nice 11 minutes. Because we've been doing short shows. So why not go a little long tonight? Yeah. All right. So, David, you can bring up the subject, since you're the one that chose this one.
Okay. It is the confusion and the absolute absurdity of the pandemic reopenings, right?
Yeah.
So you and I live in different countries. I live in the U.S. and you live in our funny top hat, Canada.
So,
right?
Pakistan.
Yes. And in Canada, are they doing different openings based on the province? Or is it a nationwide thing?
Well, every province has the right to govern themselves. It's pretty much what the states always wished they could do. Every province governs themselves. We all pay taxes federally to the government, other than Alberta.
Sure.
Well, actually, Alberta now does pay federal taxes, but they pay the lowest out of every province. Every province has the right to dictate their own terms for Medicare. Every province has the right to dictate their own terms on how the police is run. Every province has the right to dictate how their medical money is spent, how the roads are going to be fixed, other than the highways I think are federal. But the roads in the city and shit like that, that's the province, all up to the province. Actually, no, it's the bridges that the federal owns. The highways, I think the province still has to take care of their own. So there's
so it's just bridges versus roads. They own them differently. No, that's dumb.
Well, I think there's an allocated amount of money that's given to each province, and then they have to decide how to spend it.
Is that based on the amount of moose on each of those roads or bridges, or
no, it's based on the amount of seal skins that you bring to for trade? All right. So, anyways, going to the COVID before we go completely off topic. So, in Quebec right now, it's weird. We're doing better than America, of course, but I think everyone's doing better than America when it comes to COVID.
Now, what do you, and how do you categorize better?
Well, we don't have nearly 200,000 people dead from COVID. That's how we pronounce it better. We're still under 10,000 that have died in Canada at the moment, and I'd say 90% of the people that passed away, unfortunately, was at the beginning because of the stupid mess that they did with the elderly and the old age homes. So we lost a lot of people because of that. They brought it. It's something like 47% of all deaths were people over the age of 80 in Canada. So that's a big number of people of that age group that passed away. But they were doing a good job. We have closed the border off, but now in 2 weeks, there's going to be a rediscussion. I understand what there is to discuss about. You keep the borders closed till the vaccine is out there. We can't, unfortunately, as much as, again, I've said this, and I don't just mean this in the United States. It's not just in the U.S. This is
any country.
I don't want anybody coming in. No country, nobody, everyone, let's enjoy a year off from each other. All right? Figure out, go to vacation in your own country, pump your own economy, learn to be self-sufficient, and learn to enjoy the massive country that you live in. We live in a massive country in Canada. A lot of people go, I don't get to go to Florida this year. So what? It's summertime. It's hot everywhere. We have no ozone layer.
They can go to Aruba.
No, but you can go anywhere.
Right.
And it's hot in the summer. So I don't want to hear this bullshit. And a lot of Americans are trying to come into Canada now because they're trying to escape the COVID in the States. Sorry, no.
They're not trying to escape the COVID in the States. It's not that bad here.
Dude, look at the news. Anyways, I don't want to get into that because we're going to go off subject. But I'm going to go into what you're stating, and that's how we're dealing with it. Mistakes are being made from my point of view that I'm not a fan of. And I actually put a post on my Facebook. I think a couple people read it, where I do think that, yes, house parties are a bad idea. I do think that. But I don't think it's the number one cause for the spike in COVID. I'm not stupid. All right. The government can tell you this shit, but come on. You think a couple of house parties are going to cause a mass spike? No. The mass spike is happening because you're forcing parents to send their kids back to fucking school. You've reopened the malls. I'm not talking about the boutiques. I understood the boutiques because they have an outside store. You're letting people congregate in large numbers inside. All right.
Which is worse than outside.
Yeah, which is worse than outside because it's the air is being filtered through there. And then you've also reopened public transportation, and not at half or 50%, at full 100% capacity, where I'm seeing fucking hundreds of people squished into a bus like sardines. And then you're gonna go have the audacity to get on the fucking news tonight and tell people you can't have house parties. And I'm like, you're stuffing people into a fucking bus.
Yep.
All right.
That's what they're doing here. It is absolutely ass backwards on the shit that they're allowing people to do and not do. Mm-hmm. It's ass backwards, completely ass fucking backwards. Mm-hmm. They're allowing kids to go back to school in some states. As a matter of fact, I would say the majority of states are going physically back to school at full capacity, which is fucked up. Mm-hmm. Then you have public transportation in a majority of the major cities because they can't keep that shut down. That's a big problem. And then the third thing that you're seeing right now is that
it's the summertime, man. And my wife, she's using the bicycle to get to work. I use my motorcycle to go wherever the fuck I'm going. I am not setting fucking foot in a fucking subway or a bus this year. Even the winter, I told my wife, I'm going to be walking my ass 10 kilometers. I'll just get into better shape. I said, I'm not, till the vaccine is out, I am not setting foot in public transportation. Are you fucking kidding me? No fucking way in hell, unless I got a gas mask on it. I'm not talking about,
you know what the reality is, though? As long as people, and they enforce this, as long as people in those situations are still wearing masks, it doesn't fucking matter. People will be fine. And you know what? I'm going to go outside the box and say, go fuck yourself. I'm all about herd immunity. Get that shit going. I'm ready to be done with this shit.
I'm not for it when I'm hearing what's going on now with this shit that they don't understand. They don't understand this fucking virus. There are fucking people, the young kids are getting it worse than us. The young kids aren't dying from it, but they're getting fucking heart conditions. They're getting fucking brain fogs. They're getting like some weird shit.
What newspapers are you reading?
This is not newspaper, David. You always argue with me, but you don't even know the facts, man. I love you, But go fucking look it up. A lot of these young kids now.
Where did you read that?
It's on the evening fucking news. We're not talking about Fox or CNN or CBC. We're talking about your local fucking regular news channels. Every fucking night in Montreal, there's stories about fucking 18-year-old, 20-year-old kids. They're not dying from it. That's the one thing. They're not like the old people because they got the immune system to win, but they're having fucking heart defects from this shit where they have to go on fucking heart medication like an old dude that's had a fucking stroke. And they have to stay on it for years to fucking recover from it. This stuff is
no. Now, how many? I mean, look at the percentage. I mean, you got to look at. I mean, if there's a story about an 18-year-old kid, I got to go. Sorry, anomaly. How many of those 18-year-old kids?
It's not an A. It's not A. There's stories about this shit happening where they're showing that a majority of the younger people, when they get it hard. Most of them don't. Again, we all know that.
Most of them become asymptomatic. We know that.
Most of them become asymptomatic. But the ones that they get hit hard, they get hit fucking hard. They don't.
What is that percentage, though? That's what I want to know.
It's like 1.5, which is a fucking 0.1 when it comes to people in their 20s, and then when it comes to people in their 30s,
0.1.
Still,
I'm willing to take that risk.
Yeah, I know you are, but maybe someone else isn't.
Well, then wear your fucking mask.
Wear your fucking mask, man.
Exactly. It's that simple.
You wear your mask. Everyone should wear their mask. But I'm not for the herd immunity shit. I'm waiting for the vaccine. I'm working now. I'm back at work.
Well, did you hear some of the bullshit that's going on with the vaccine, dude?
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking. Well, it takes time. This vaccine should not be out. Probably, they have about 7 companies now that have a vaccine that they're into human trials right now.
It's now actually 25.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of them, and they're in human trials.
Yes,
there are 6 of them that they're saying are pretty viable for 2021. Mm-hmm. Trump and Putin seem to be the only people that want it rolled out now. They don't even want the human trials. They literally just like
Putin. No, they can't.
Putin already put it out.
Putin may do that.
Yeah. Trump wants to be Putin, so he's trying to act like he can do it. He can't do it.
Stop. But we have FDA regulations that we have to adhere to.
The FDA is owned by whichever government is in charge at the moment.
No, there are very specific clinical trial tests and regulations you have to go through.
Again, Trump is on record. He was on the news stating that he wants to.
Not that he wants. That he believes that one of the companies is ready to put it out in possibly October or November.
Yeah, because the first company that comes out is going to make the mega bucks, so they want to be.
Of course.
But
now here's my question to you.
Like Remdesivir, Trump's probably was it Remdesivir? Which one's the one that Trump was into? There was Remdesivir, and then there was the other one that Trump chloroquine. I can't. It was. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One of the drugs that he was trying to push there. So DH says FDA is under the executive branch. The president could push this. Exactly. Thank you. I love when Dustin's around because Dustin lets David know to research before coming on to debate.
He cannot push it. That's not true. Because clinical trials have a regulation they have to be within. And it goes through 3 levels of a clinical trial study. There is biological, then there is animal, then there's human. Yeah. And now
they're in the human trials for I think it's 6 or 7. You're saying 25 now. Last I heard there was like 6 or 7 of them that were in human.
Yeah, it's 25 internationally. That's not the U.S. by the way. That's internationally.
Yeah, Canada has 1. England has about 6. The U.S. I think has like 3. They have Pfizer's on there, and
you see Zeneca today stopped their trial because one guy is like really fucked up from it.
Well, that's the thing. That's why you need human trials to last at least a year, because you have to know in 12 months what's going to happen. Because it could take up to 12 months for these secondary.
That was my question to you. If a vaccine comes out, are you going to take it? I'm sure the fuck not going to take it.
I will take it if, again, if
I'm
it's
not going to take it
next year. I will not take it if it's next month because I want to see what happens. I don't want to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, but you don't know
I
the
don't wanna be
long-term
canary.
effects. You could be
Yeah, what?
autistic by the age of
Oh,
50.
don't be an anti-vaxxer. There's nothing worse than anti-vaxxer.
No,
right?
I'm not
I
I'm
hate
not
that.
a vaccine fuck up. But
Denier.
there are
You
long-term.
better not be. I'm not having Jenny McCarthy on my fucking.
No, not at all. No, but what I'm saying is though that between a year and 5 years or a year and 3 years is a world of difference, dude.
Well, just like you said, you're willing to take the risk to get COVID, which has a
I totally would.
0.1% chance of fucking you over or
Yeah.
killing you.
I'm totally.
I say in 12 months, if there isn't any serious shit, like if I hear in 12 months that 0.1% of people that get this vaccine die, I'll say it's worth taking. I'll take the risk.
All right.
As long you have to always remember when it comes to drugs and medication, as long as the risk, the reward outweighs the risk, then it's worth taking. And that's how I always feel about medication. Like I did an endoscopy, David. I talked to you about that, where they stick a fucking camera down my throat, and they wanted to sedate me. And I told them, how long is it? They said 30 minutes. 5 minutes. We just go down the throat, go down. And I was like, does it hurt? They're like, no. I said, I'm not taking any fucking sedatives. And they're like, why? I'm like, well, the thing you're going to do is going to last about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to have sedatives in my system for a week. And
and plus you could die from that too.
Yeah,
exactly. Side effects.
Yeah,
right.
From sedatives. It's very well known that anesthesiologists, they don't even know how it works. This was in a fucking doctor's report last year that they don't understand even how it puts you under and shit like that, and why some people die from it. They don't even know how. This is something that they've been using for fucking ever. I will never, unless it's an open surgery, I will never take anesthesia. So I told them, no, I'm not going to take the anesthesia. Oh, well, it's going to be uncomfortable. I was like, I could be uncomfortable. I said, I go, are you going to freeze my throat? They're like, yeah. I'm like, that's fine. Whatever. Was it painful? Yeah. Was it an uncomfortable experience? Yeah. But it was 5 minutes and it was over. I'm like, I will never do it again. Next time, if you ever have to do an endoscopy, I'll tell you guys, check first to do what's it called when a woman's pregnant and they check for the baby or a sonogram.
Oh, sonogram. Yes.
Get a sonogram instead, because I had the choice, but the sonogram, because sonogram is more popular, there's a longer wait time to see someone for sonogram. I had the choice.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing the endoscopy because no one wants to do that because it's so invasive that no one wants to do it. I figured I'd do that because it's quick. But next time I am going to do the sonogram if I ever have to do that shit again. Hopefully.
Makes sense.
Wood here. I know David doesn't like it because it makes my microphone go boing.
I thought the endoscopy. So there's the one that goes through the mouth and the one that goes through the ass.
I would have preferred to get the one in the ass. The reason why.
Obvious reasons.
First of all, there's pleasure in your butthole.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, obvious reason. You don't breathe through your ass. All right.
Speak for yourself.
You might. I don't breathe through my ass. And it's a doctor. It's a professional procedure. Fuck. I don't.
Oh,
care.
I know. It's not like he's gonna go take this.
And so it's not like once the fucking the tube comes out, I'm gonna be like, oh, thank you very much, doctor.
Right. No, it's obviously it's a professional thing, but I'm talking about that level of comfort is my question. Not really.
Well,
I'm not saying that he's going to do it in a mean way.
Lubed up. It's like the size of your pinky. As long as it's lubed up, I'm okay.
Yeah, I've never taken a pinky up my ass, so I don't know what that's like.
Juliet's never stuck her pinky up your butt.
No, dude, never.
I had my ex-girlfriend. She used to I don't know what she was like. Always trying to get the finger up the butt. I don't know what the fuck it was. Every time she was blowing me, it was always I'd always have to smack her hand. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, it's some guys dig that stuff, but I'm just I
know there's what's it called there? They milk it.
The prostate.
The prostate. They milk the prostate, and supposedly it's big pleasure.
Right. Hard pass.
It's not gay if it's a woman doing it, guys. So
that's right.
I've never, I don't know, I've had a girl lick it. So yeah, I can say I'm on uncomfortable moments of silence. There's no filtration here. I had a girl lick my butthole. It's I don't know what they got out of it. It didn't bother me too
What's
much.
that diphtheria?
I'm like, enjoy. It's an all Russian pubic salad buffet down there. Enjoy it. I don't shave that shit.
Oh man.
Fuck
Oh.
that, man.
She had to go to the forest to get to the ring.
Fuck that. I don't manscape. What are you kidding me? Well, what's the deal with all these?
You don't manscape? Dude, I'll admit, I totally fucking manscape.
Look at this shit. How do I manscape? Actually, there's no. It looks lighter. If you see me in life,
dude, I can't even see any hair. I don't know what you're talking about.
Here, I hardly shave the neck, let alone.
Yeah, I know.
Manscape.
You got that. You got that Jewish gene there. That you got hair everywhere.
I'm half Italian, half Russian, so I'm hairy as fuck. That's how it goes.
You're Jewish.
Yeah, Jew, Russian, Jew, Catholic, Italian.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're a midget, so it works out. I saw you playing. At least I'm fucking over 6 feet. So that's all I gotta say.
I am not 6 feet.
I know you're 5'8" or some shit like that. You told me once.
5'8".
5'8". Damn, you're shorter than my wife. My wife is 5'9". You're little one. But I'm skinny. I'm very skinny. I'm lanky as a motherfucker. Like every time I meet people that see me online, they always think I'm going to be short. Then they meet me, they're tall, but they're like, "God damn, you're skinny." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm skinny." I'd rather be skinny than fat. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly right.
You have two options. I'll take the skinny.
I'll take the skinny every day.
Yeah. I'll avoid the heart attack later in life. All right, yeah. So we're going. It's been an hour, and it was a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the Uncomfortable Moment of Silence. This was September 9th, 2020. I'm going to start saying the dates because I'm so slow on putting these things up. I haven't put any of them up yet. So
soon.
Yeah, it'll be by the end of this weekend. I'll have them uploaded. So thank everybody for tuning in. David, any last words?
Peace.
All right. Have a good night, suckers. Thanks.